You talked about what he's done, throwing out runners. He's thrown out 40% of base runners this year. That's well above big league average. And how about this play? Breaking ball down the dirt, and Nathaniel Lowe tries to take an extra 90 feet, and thou shalt not run on Austin Wynns. I can tell you, he has been that good this year, right at 40%. And so calls it well. I mean, he was a big part of that shutout last night, and he's been good this year. And look, he's having his best year, or best month rather, the month of September offensively. He's really turned a corner, starting to hit the ball, hitting some long balls along the way. So it's been a good year for Austin Wynns.
Well, and we've got him with us live now before tonight's game. And Austin, we got to start with this one because Brandon Hyde, he's a tough guy. He's kind of seen all of it. But he had mentioned to the reporters beforehand when they asked about you taking a pretty rough hit last night. You, of course, had the hit to the face earlier this year, that you might be one of the toughest guys he's seen. How do you feel about that?
Toughest guys? I wouldn't say that, but you know what? It's a catcher mentality. You want to just be like a bulldog on the field and just anything, just resilient to anything.
Austin, there's been a lot of talk, the last year or two in Major League Baseball about the new catching position, down on one knee, back and forth. I noticed you do a little bit of both of them, but how do you balance that? In what situations do you try to use the one knee?
Ooh, okay, so it's like a hybrid of it all. So you could do traditional to one leg out, one knee down, other knee down. It's just like a hybrid. You just want to make sure you're on time when the pitcher is releasing that ball. You are down enough to present the ball beautifully in the zone. You want to obviously steal those strikes. So I just want to do everything I can for our pitching.
Well, Austin, you've been stealing strikes on the other side of things as well against opposing pitchers. You've had some long balls this year, some really good hitting that you've come into, and I mean, including a big grand slam. What's that been like? I know you talk about this being a day-to-day process, but man, it has been a fun process to watch for you.
Yeah, it's been day-to-day, and I'm just taking advantage of every opportunity and, just running into balls and just making whatever I can out there for the team. And hey, if I run into one, I run into one. But every day is an opportunity, and you just want to leave it all out in the field.
Yeah, you came up in June, but you're clearly having your best month here in the month of September offensively. Where's your stroke right now, and what kind of adjustments have you made having an outstanding month?
My adjustments I made, talking to Don and Pete, though, is just like, you know what? Consistency, whatever you work on in the cage, slow it down in the cage. And when you cross those lines, leave it all out there. Leave it all out there, be on the fastball, and get a pitch to drive.
Now, Austin, your sister Holly, a nurse, and first and foremost, thank you for everything that she's been doing. I know that you're so proud. You talk about it all the time on your socials, just watching her work through these last couple of years. But your brother-in-law, Jordan Luplow, what is that relationship like? How have you been able to grow professionally, having the two of you in the family?
Jordan and I go way back to Fresno State days. And you know what? I am nothing but happy for him and his success and his journey, how he got there and how he's bounced around everywhere. He's had an injury this year that he's been dealing with, but he's making the best of it. And I'm happy for him. He is like a brother to me, and wishing him nothing but the best.
Austin, do you enjoy working with the young catchers? I know you've been around the block once or twice, but you get a lot of enjoyment working with the younger guys and sharing information and your experiences with them?
1,000%. I love this game, and catching is in my blood. I want to give whatever knowledge I get from whoever, share it with everyone. Like, I want the best for everyone, and when in doubt, just knowledge is power. So the more you know, it's power.
Oh, you've been sharing some of that power with, again, just this team-first ethic, doing everything that anybody asks of you. You don't abide by the "that's not my job" take that we hear sometimes. And that's what's earned Nick Ciuffo a spot to come up with this team. What can you tell us about Ciuff?
Ciuffo's a man. He's what was he, with the Tampa Bay? I went to Texas, then here. I've known him from playing in the Fall League. He's toolsy, and he's a good catcher. He's a good catcher. He can hit a little bit too. Good. We have a lefty, which is awesome. He has good relationships with all the pitching staff that he's dealt with, and it's a great asset.
Well, and we know that they're certainly happy to have you there as well, being a huge asset behind the plate and batting for the Orioles. Austin, we're going to go ahead and let you get ready for the game.